Yo, welcome to the No Limit Podcast, also known as the Grim Tattoo Shopcast, because we're here for episode 75, once again, with tattooer of 15 years, newly reunited with his birth name, Craig Gardyan.
Damn, that is true. I was reunited. And it feels so good.
Let's go.
3 small installments at $15.99, and he took his
hang.
own name back.
There you go.
Now, let's be honest. Sometimes No Limit Podcast, we have a little bump in the road. We don't even tell you about it. We started up this podcast one time already. Thank God we only got 30 seconds in before we realized it was a little fucked up.
There's nothing more I hate, though, than just redoing the intro. Like, you get the intro, like, you do it, you get the podcast going, you're like, we gotta restart.
Yeah, and that was a good 30 seconds.
It was a really good 30 seconds.
Hell of a good
It really was
Do
solid.
we think it was better than this 30 seconds?
Yeah,
I
let's
think
go
it was.
back. Get the
Do it
other
again,
one
do it
down.
again.
Let's do that.
Nah, let's just get back on what we were on, though, because that's something these people need to hear about. I just witnessed this man, Craig Gardyan, reunited with his name, 3 small payments, $15.99. He got it back. Real simple. Worked it out.
It's been
We're
working out.
here, middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. As you can see, I just received another beautiful piece of artwork from Craig on my right arm.
The whole arm's done by Craig, right?
Yep.
Nice.
All what is that? What do I got now? 5? All 5 of them. We just went over this way, over yonder. There's a train going through the middle of town. We walk up, and I'm thinking, we're just going to wait for the train to go by. Train's taking a little while, though. A couple minutes go by. And unbeknownst to me, Craig has really bad allergies. So bad.
I should be dead, honestly.
You should be dead.
They're that bad. I should be dead. In the spring, I should die.
Every spring.
Yeah. Murder by pollen.
So instead of death by pollination, which is a 100% chance of sure death, he took about maybe 25% chance of death and jumped on to this moving cargo train, shimmied across, jumped on the other side.
Yeah, I just hit the ladder. I did a little yodi, and then I got over to the other side. It was amazing. It was unreal.
And you did it like that's definitely not the scariest thing you've ever done.
I watch a lot of American Ninja Warrior.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's such a great show.
I just brought
what a great
that,
show.
I tuned into that, and I was like, what would I do if I was on that show? And then I just hit that ladder
You
hard.
just felt like Keanu Reeves.
Hard as fuck. Yeah, I felt like Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Dude.
Reeves,
Shout out
dude.
Keanu Reeves.
Shout out
Point
Keanu
Break.
Reeves. Always friend
You
of the
kind of
podcast.
look, in a small way, you kind of look like Keanu Reeves.
But with more of a nose. I have a large nose.
You have
And
different
it sucks
color
because I
hair.
can't smell a lot. I can't smell
Well, you
a
have
lot
bad
of stuff.
allergies.
Yeah.
Doesn't Keanu Reeves have a big nose? I guess he
No,
does.
I think he has a pretty normal nose.
But he's tall and slim.
Is he tall?
Yeah,
he's tall.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves. And he knows like real good
And he's a
karate.
good looking dude. I'm not.
Which you know, right?
I know karate.
Like real good karate.
I know karate.
Every kid's
Bro,
super karate.
you're a good
class.
looking dude. You're always telling me about slamming hot young chicks.
I'm gay.
Come on, bro.
I'm a homosexual.
Some of these stories we're gonna get into tonight, bro.
I don't know.
Wait, before you move on to those stories, you said that you'd rather go underneath the train, and I just need to know how that works.
Right, because
What do you mean go
So,
underneath a moving train to
when
get
we
across?
first pulled up to it, I was like, we could roll under it. And then I
Like
started
a combat roll.
Yeah, like you just as soon as the wheel passes, you just roll.
you had like 15 feet to work with underneath the tanker. So even if you fucked up, you got a
15
couple.
feet high?
No, like maybe like 4 feet high, but I'm talking from wheel to wheel.
No, it's longer than 15 feet, but it's moving, so you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But it was moving very slow, so you had enough time to roll. But you also, if you don't make it, you get caught on something, you're gonna get run over.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you just climb over it, you're good. What's the worst?
Yeah,
that's
why
gonna
would you?
happen?
That's
Fall?
in my mind. Why would you ever go underneath of the moving train under any circumstance? Why in what world would it be easier to do that than to just grab the ladder and shimmy across the other
Well,
side?
my thing with that is the danger level of that is that you're now elevated in the air. He was between 2 of the cars of the train. So worst case scenario, he would have fell straight down.
If the train was going like 100 miles per hour,
I would even try to do it if it was going full speed. They don't go that fast, but I would like to see. Next time it comes through, I might try it.
No, when
Why
I
not?
saw you
yeah,
hop
you got one
on
under your
though,
belt.
Yeah.
It was going fast. It was going slow, and I don't know if it sped up right as soon as you jumped on, but it was going way faster than I expected. When you jumped on it, I was like, yo, that's taking him a little... Like, it took you like 10 feet, and then you got off. Like, it took you like 10 feet from where we were standing.
It took me a little further than that, I think. Because I was shocked. By the time I got off, I was like, damn, that took way longer than I thought it was going to take.
Yeah.
So you were like moving for a while. You were like...
Yeah, I was
Wow,
on there,
okay.
and I had like 3 steps to go up, and then you got to like go from one ladder to this little platform, and then there's another ladder. Yeah, so.
And you hop off on the other side. And then I like put my phone under here and got a little video.
You made it!
But now here's why I would like to roll on it. Because now, then the train, after he did that, the train picked up speed. It was going now like 10, 15 miles an hour, where it was just going like maybe 5. So I wouldn't do either one at that point. But when it's going like 3 to 5, I feel like you've got such a good amount of time to just
So are you
crawl.
I would
talking
do it
about
too. You
a
gotta-
head first roll, or are you talking
No,
about
side
getting your
roll.
side
Side
roll?
roll.
Side roll.
Yeah.
Even a crawl. If I were to get on my knees and crawl
You
when it's
could,
going
yeah,
that
you
slow,
could.
I think it would.
Like Gollum, Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings,
Yeah.
just like...
Or like.
Bear
what's-
crawl.
What's that movie? Unbreakable, Split. And then the last one. Did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
When he like gorilla runs across the.
When he becomes the,
Oh,
the
yeah,
beast.
that thing, that was
yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
You like
But
that
not
movie?
to get off topic.
Nah, I like that movie.
No, we said, and I want to get your opinion on this. You know that guy in that movie?
Who?
The guy who becomes the beast. The
James
bald guy.
McAvoy, or McAvoy, whatever the fuck his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
You just got to remember what he looks
I
like
know.
in the
Who,
movie.
yeah, I know who he is.
Doesn't he look like Jeff Bezos?
Or couldn't you see Jeff Bezos like...
I don't really know what Jeff Bezos looks like.
Really?
Yeah,
Just-
I don't really fuck with Amazon.
Just
but-
absolutely bald as a bitch.
That's
Jeff
actually
Bezos.
pretty crazy that you just don't know what he looks like just based off of just like pop culture though. Yeah, like in general. Like they talk so much shit about this guy, like in like the media, Amazon sucks, whatever. It's like widespread, like Jeff Bezos sucks, whatever.
Yeah, I think
Like-
if he walked by me on the street, I wouldn't know.
Wow,
who
that's
he was.
crazy.
Maybe I'll look him
He
up
looks
later.
like the guy from Split. That's Jeff
yeah?
Bezos.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty much.
Older version, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess, yeah.
my final argument on the train thing, though, is just that I think when you jump onto that ladder, if something goes wrong, then you fell in between the 2 tracks. I feel like if you crawl under or if you roll under it when it's moving really slow, even if something goes wrong, you're still going to have some amount of time to correct your mistake. Whereas if
Yeah,
you
but
make
your
a mistake
mistake
and
can
fall,
kill you. Your mistake can kill you if you roll underneath.
But
Dude,
what
if you
about-
really climbed up
Yeah,
there and
but
were like, oh my
that's what I'm
god, I
saying.
can't
When you
get
climb
off.
up, if you made a mistake, you would fall between the 2 cars, and that would be
Yeah.
be.
I don't know. I think the climbing over. I think if you roll, there's a lot of cars. Obviously, they're waiting for the train to go by. I think if you roll underneath of it, everyone's gonna be like, "Holy fuck, this guy!" But if
Yeah.
you just climb up, they're like, "Oh, he's just
They're like,
climbing.
"Yo,
He's climbing.
yo."
He's doing it."
You did get
He's
nearly
doing
a
it.
standing ovation from the crowd.
Really?
Yeah, the guy on the bike was super impressed. The guy in his car who seemed like kind of like a hardo, like he didn't want to be impressed, he was even impressed.
Damn. Good. Well, that's
The
good to
bomb
know.
on the ground.
No, there actually
Yeah.
was a guy who was like
The-
almost like a bum that walked up.
Well, he's not a bum, but he's
A
a
local.
retard. But he was
Demented.
super excited about it. I bet because he's an exciting guy. He's an exciting guy.
He was. He noticed my arm. He was like, "Did you just get that done?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, don't get mad at me, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Now I thought you were gonna get mad. Just don't get mad." I'm like, "Bro, it's all good.
You should have got
It's
so
up to
mad.
you." I
Yeah,
should've-
that
You
guy
should have just been like, what?
Yeah, that guy needs a job. Honestly, he's always
Really?
he's always loitering around.
wandering
here.
around.
I don't like him. He's got a weird look to him.
Just give him a broom and be like, yo,
Yeah,
your
get
job
to
is
work,
to start
dude.
sweeping.
We just lost Turtle, so get to work.
I know, dude.
What? Where'd he
Yeah.
go?
Oh yeah, Turtle got fired.
Why?
He just wasn't cutting it.
Fucking
Yeah.
turtle.
He got a bad haircut, and then he just wasn't cutting it.
Yeah, dude. A
The
lot
beard
of
haircut might have fucked his juju up.
a lot of the No
Definitely
Limit
did.
Faithful
Yeah.
were a lot of the No Limit Faithful were comment on that part of the last podcast where we showed that video and talked about the turtle haircut. That was
yeah,
a
I
classic
forgot.
part.
Put it on there, right?
Yeah.
We put it in there.
That was real good. That was No Limit Gold right there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
should
we
just
shaved his
find him
stupid
and shave
little
his head
dumb
again.
little head.
You guys did a lot for him.
Got him a job. Doesn't have
Yeah.
a job anymore.
No?
Yeah, he moved back up to New York with his
Yeah.
mommy and daddy. But hey, you know, love is real.
It's all respect to him, you know.
Yeah,
I
sure.
hope he,
I'm bummed.
life works out for him.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
work out great for him.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, life's working out great for people.
Yeah. Well, we talked about earlier. This is something we could definitely get into. You gotta do something that you like to do.
Yeah, if you don't, you're just gonna be a miserable, fat piece of shit.
Definitely fat.
Yeah, fat is key.
Are there any,
and
like-
who wants to be fat? Honestly,
Dude.
I keep seeing like all these people online, or even on the TV this morning, they put like a fat girl on Sports Illustrated. That's disgusting to me.
Really?
I'm just gonna say it because
So you're like, when you see like plus size models, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Andrew
because-
Scholes, you know him?
who?
Andrew Scholes.
No.
Pretty famous, like, he's up and coming, but he's real popping now, comedian. He
Okay.
shares that exact thought, that fat
Well,
models suck.
I just think it's crazy that you want to promote like being unhealthy. Like if you're fat, you're
Same argument.
you're in a category of
Yeah.
heart attack or just
Yeah,
looking
but now
disgusting.
it's like, fat phobic or whatever. Like Lizzo. Like Lizzo's like literally like naked at the Grammys, and you're like, all right, hold on. We gotta draw a line somewhere.
You know Lizzo,
Yeah.
Craig?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that song. It's like, why a man so great till he gotta be great. Is that her?
I think so.
Megan Trainor.
Huh?
Lizzo might be on that song, but the part you just sang is Megan Trainor. She's the same girl who sings
No, it's
the
like
No, it's
song about
Lizzo.
ass.
Yeah.
Head down, check my nails. It's like, baby, how you
good as
feeling?
hell.
Feel good as hell.
Who is that?
That's not Megan Trainor?
What?
I think the song that I just sung is Lizzo.
It's Lizzo, for
I'm
sure.
100%
Yeah.
that bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
That is Lizzo.
Yeah.
That's Lizzo?
That's Lizzo, yeah.
Bro,
That's
Lizzo-
not fucking Megan Trainor. 100% that bitch my ass. Nah.
She has a whole song about ass, Megan Trainor.
Yeah, but that boom boom bass, that's her song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So you don't like fat models?
No, I just honestly, no, I don't. I mean, I just think it's a bad thing to put out there. Like, I get that people want to be comfortable in their bodies and stuff, but I think that everybody should work to like being in shape
Yeah.
and somewhat healthy.
You should strive.
Just because you want to
fit.
be lazy and unhealthy, you shouldn't like promote it so other people think
Feel
that
better
that's
about
a
it.
normal thing.
Because people who are unhealthy, they just probably just feel bad about it. So
Yeah.
like they're like in society, everyone's telling me I should be skinny, but I'm not. So like, what the fuck? But really, like, you should just not be fat.
Yeah.
Don't eat.
Don't eat those tasty cakes before you go to bed.
Literally, just don't eat the
Have
tasty
some
cake.
celery.
But you know, it's like a mental
celery.
thing. It's like there's so like I don't know. The world's going in that
I would be
way.
the first to admit, dude, my self-control, especially late night, is fucking weak. I can't turn
Mine's
it
is
down.
great.
If I
Yeah,
see
mine's
something in
fine,
front of me,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't turn it down. Like, I'm talking like I told
like
you about
Skittles?
the candy
You a Skittle
Skittles,
guy?
dude.
Skittles
Family
make me fucking
size bag
sick
of
once you eat a
Skittles.
bag of Skittles.
I have to
Yeah, I
eat
don't-
Skittles until I get sick, and that's my problem with them. I will keep eating them
Anytime-
until my stomach starts to hurt.
Anytime I eat Skittles, they make me have to spit like that thick,
Yeah.
nasty loogie.
I feel you.
That's
I think
disgusting,
last
man.
week I might actually have my last straw with Skittles. Someone gave me one of those family size bags, and I ate it that night, like chilling, watching
family
TV. Not the whole
size?
bag, but I did eat it until I got sick. And the next morning I woke up and just looked at the bag and threw it in the trash. I think I'm done with Skittles for
I'm more of like a chocolate, like ice cream. Like I'm more of like that.
See,
sweet
I
for my
can't- I don't
sweets.
like
I don't
ice
like
cream.
like. I mean, I like.
Well, you
Mike
said
and Ike's.
growing up you were always real healthy.
Yeah, my mom is a health nut, so we didn't have soda, we didn't have any candy, snacks. It was
See,
just like vegetables, water.
People
no
tell
cable.
you that like your
Cable.
your
Yeah,
opinion
man,
of
Rot your brain.
like like you shouldn't promote like people being fat or whatever. And then someone would say, well, you grew up with the mom who stocked the house with healthy food.
Yeah, and I
Like,
would say
like-
thank fucking God.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
thank
God.
you.
And thank
Thank
God,
God.
I didn't have some
Now-
fat, gross,
Right.
nasty mom fucking laying
And now
around.
you're telling me that you know what you have to eat, and you're just telling me that I was lucky that I grew up eating it. But now you know that you should just start eating it. Like there's no way to defend it.
No, I just think people should
Because
be
I'm
healthy. That's
I'm
it.
with you on it. We're like I don't think it should be promoted. I don't think like we should put like fucking not that. All right, I'm the Paul King.
We're all the way back to square one. One of the first instant beefs of this ever podcast
was fats. Was fatties.
Was the fatties.
But there's a line. Fatties to me is like morbidly obese, right? I'm a Paul
Yeah.
King. I like a thick girl, right? You know that.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Now,
Good for you, man.
dude, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
I like that about you.
He's the Paul King.
when they go out and promote
Show the king.
people
Show the
who-
king.
people eat,
No, the king.
huh?
On your arm, bro. The Paul
shit.
King.
Paul King. When they show like billboards of like it's okay to look like that's when I have a problem. I'm not like if they have a plus size model and she's just like literally posing there, fine, whatever. But it's
I'm not like burning down the billboard.
No, it's the promotion of that is like it's like legit dangerous.
Craig, I think for you too, it might be a little PTSD from that one experience you have with that fat chick in New Orleans.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But how about let's talk about Manny over here with
Well, listen,
his bicycle shorts on over here.
Because Craig doesn't know what I'm talking about, I just want to clarify for the fans. He did not clap a fat chick. She was just around doing some annoying stuff. But Manny...
Well, she was trying to hook up with my friend, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Manny, bro. Manny is fucking swagging in that conductor hat. I'll say that.
Good.
Just can't get his eyes off Trish.
Official Grim Tattoo merch. Do you guys have any more of those shirts for the fans out there?
I have like one or two.
But you have some shirts, right?
Yeah, they're not good though. They're
not good.
Nah.
Craig's an owner of a No Limit Tee. Get yourself one on our Instagram page. We're going to be coming out with a new design soon.
Click the link.
Manny, though, I got to just say it. You came out here last episode claiming you're the king of the mangina, and then Manny stepped right up to the plate and came out hard with that.
He's got a smooth unit.
Smooth, yeah. I don't even think he has pubic hair.
Manny's an absolute unit.
Yeah.
That's a unit. That's a wound.
Where do you get the...
I actually got Manny in Vegas.
Oh, that's
really?
tough.
You brought him all the way from Vegas?
I carried him all the way back from Vegas.
On the flight. Imagine that guy get on a flight. This is his only luggage.
Yeah.
It just says,
Oh, fuck,
shit.
Manny.
Could you
Are
buy
Manny,
a seat for him?
Call an
He's
ambulance.
fine.
All right.
But not for me.
No, he sat right on my lap.
Really?
Yeah, he just sat on my lap.
Really? Dude, this thing is like 6 foot tall. They let you on the plane with this?
Yeah. They were like, who is this? I was like, that's my boyfriend. That's Manny. And they were like, oh.
They were probably like, okay.
Yeah.
That's you can get away with that shit in 2022. There's no rules anymore. There's no genders.
No, he's
nothing.
genderless, Manny.
Yeah, everybody is.
Manny's a
Doesn't matter.
genderless name if you think about it.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah. I know women. I know dogs named Manny
Name Manny.
that are also genderless.
Probably fish out there named Manny.
For
Probably a lot
sure,
of fish out there named Manny, I feel like, for some reason.
Plenty of them.
I feel like I would name an orca Manny. You know?
Yeah, or an anglerfish.
An anglerfish.
And what about Trish over here?
Honestly, Trish, I don't know much about Trish.
I don't like the half body vibe at all.
Yeah, she has a nice rack on her, though.
Yeah.
Did you ever
If
see
you want to lift that shirt up.
You can see
get a
it
good
through the
look at
baggy
it.
tee. If you can see it through the baggy tee.
Yeah, and she's not even wearing a bra. Which
You ever
is
see
crazy.
I Am Legend?
Huh?
Yeah.
Where his friends are like the mannequins?
Oh, yeah.
That's what's giving me vibes
I wonder
over
if-
now.
I
She
wonder if
eyeing
Manny was
you
in-
up.
Honestly, I wonder if Manny was in that.
He might have been.
I mean, he looks like a celebrity.
He looks like a star.
Does Manny
right?
have face tattoos?
I don't know what happened to his face. I think he just got dirty one time.
war paint.
Yeah, he's been through a lot.
He is Native American.
He's an old football star.
He's got traditional war paint on.
Yeah, Manny took a 23andMe test and he came
he's-
back
he's
5% Navajo.
Cherokee.
Yeah, he's Lenape.
What is he? He also had a different one.
He's all of them.
What did we say? Lenape, Cherokee, Navajo?
Cherokee. He's Cherokee.
Yeah.
Cheripo.
He's something.
Chris Jericho.
Damn.
Descendant.
You know Chris Jericho, Craig?
Is he a wrestler?
Yeah. You definitely, like, you heard of him.
I've heard of his
You
name.
know, like, the Golden Era wrestlers and shit. Like, yeah. That's Chris Jericho's
that
involved.
was like
It won't be the name of the podcast if we didn't talk about wrestling.
1,000%.
I don't know enough. I just know that Stone Cold was the fucking man.
Was the man, yeah. 100%.
He was and he still is.
Isn't there one thing where he's like, I had 1 beer, 2 beers,
Yeah, 3 beers, another beer. Yeah, he starts off, he's like, I had a beer, had another beer.
What?
Another beer.
But, like, the fact that he
4
has the whole
beers,
crowd.
5 beers, 6 beers, 7 beers, shot of vodka, 8 beers, 9 beers.
I love that.
And he
That's,
just keeps
Talk about a
fucking
dude
going.
who just killed life. You know what I mean? Like, was just an insane wrestler. Now he does, like, he has a beer, does the Broken Skull Ranch stuff.
And he's not done yet.
And he's not done yet.
yeah,
He's in movies.
He's honestly the greatest thing that ever came out of wrestling, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Except for Andre the Giant, probably.
You were fucking with him heavy.
Who?
Dude, that Andre the Giant document that came out recently?
Yeah,
no,
that thing's
I
amazing.
made me cry.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the man. He was misunderstood, too.
Yeah.
You
Like
want
us
to talk
all.
about crushing beers.
Dude, he would literally put down,
That
like,
dude
58.
was
Oh, yeah,
crushing
dude.
beers.
Yeah. I wish I could put him down like Andre.
They say it would take a barrel of beer to get him drunk.
That's so wild.
What's in the movie?
That's some old school shit. Like that's like some like.
Did you ever see his hand holding a beer can?
Yeah,
But there's
it
nobody
looks like
out there in today's world drinking barrels of beer.
No,
Like, give me a barrel. You know?
I imagine like when the pirates used to roll up on unfound land and barrels of beer would come rolling out.
I think it was rum though.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
rum drinkers.
Probably
back
rum.
then.
I can go for some wine.
You want some wine?
Do you have wine?
You got
Nah.
some wine?
Yeah.
You want some wine? Nah,
Nah,
don't have it.
Nah, I'm a big wine drinker. I became a big wine drinker.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
No, yeah. Red wine.
Yeah, red's good, white's good.
I'm not a big fan of white. I don't like the way it tastes, but
Sometimes it tastes like vomit. Like
Yeah.
your mouth gets a after throw up taste.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
understood. I get what you're
White?
saying there.
no, something about the red wine drunk is just, just mellows
You get
the fuck
happy.
out. Yeah,
It's a
just
happy thing, yeah.
it's nice.
I already get horny.
You do. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get horny off wine.
You should
It's
just
like-
be horny all the time.
What's the word to like
Yeah.
stimulate horniness? It's like
aphrodisiac?
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
Wine.
like
Wine
oysters
isn't-
and
I
clams
don't know
and
about
shit.
that.
Wine?
I would look into that. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
I don't think
But
wine is an
I-
aphrodisiac. I think
Pretty sure
I
it
think
is.
it's just like people think that when you get drunk you get horny, and then they associate being wine drunk.
No, I
more
think when
with
you
like
get
that.
drunk, you get loose.
Oh, yeah, loose. Loose is good.
Yeah, you get loose.
Yeah.
Being
Right.
loose is nice.
Yeah,
feeling loose is good.
Being tight sucks.
Being tight is all. It's
Being
got
tight sucks. And you're always going to be in a tight situation once in a while.
Who wants to be in one of them?
I was definitely tight standing on the other side of the train. Like, why am I such a bitch, bro? Like, Craig's over there.
And
He's
I
at
was
the
on I was on
Rover.
the other side so loose I was like falling over.
And you
Couldn't keep my
like,
body up.
what's funny is like he went through all that because he's like, I can't wait out here no more, and then still had to wait. Because
No,
he
I
went
waited
in-
for a
he went
minute
to the
and I was
Rover.
like, I gotta go in. I gotta get in there. My eyes are starting to get itchy. I was scratching them. I was acting like a bitch out there.
Yo, shout out to the Rover though. It was pretty good. I ordered the chicken fingers, exactly what I expected. I was like, I bet they got some old
as a
grease in the
man,
back.
you never go out and
Get
order
them
chicken
crunchy
fingers.
boys. Come on now.
If you're gonna go to the Rover,
If you went in there, bro, you would see why. Because you would immediately catch the vibe right away, like them chicken fingers are gonna slap. And they did.
I literally just wouldn't.
All right. The waffle fries slap too, honestly.
They got waffle fries
With the
big
maple
potato
butter?
there was
waffle.
Sweet potato waffle.
I'm a big fan of that. That's
With
amazing.
maple
I really like
butter
That's your
served
spot.
up.
The
Yeah, I
crispy.
might to go like right after this and get some.
Hopefully there's not a train coming.
Oh, you'll be stuck.
Oh, I'll do what he did.
Yo, another thing
Yeah.
though, you said it wouldn't be another podcast without wrestling. Another thing I wanted to get into with you, and another reason it wouldn't be the No Limit podcast without we talk about music a lot, and we kind of just apply it to whatever guest we have on, like because music applies to everyone's life differently. So for you, I feel like I want to talk about songs that come on in the shop because there's always music playing. Every time I've ever been getting a tattoo in here, there's music blaring over speakers. Songs that come on that when they come on, you're just in the zone. Like you just start ripping that tattoo because
Well,
you're vibing.
It's honestly, I don't think it's songs that like get me into tattooing, but we have songs that if they come on, we all get a little
Juiced
excited.
up.
Like you know the song by Thin Lizzy, the boys are back. Is it the boys are back in town? No, it's well that song, the boys are back,
Boys
in,
Are Back
town.
in Town.
We love that one.
It's a great song.
Do you
Yeah.
know who it's by?
Thin Lizzy.
You're the rockhead.
Yeah, it's Thin
Yeah,
Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy. And then the other song, it's like, oh yeah, life goes on. Oh, little ditty about Jack and Diane. Well, he says,
Jack and
Hold on.
Diane.
well, so there's a, they
He's
say in
not
the song,
feeling
they
it.
say, oh yeah, and we every time that comes on, we all start
Life
screaming.
goes on.
We just always say, oh yeah. So as soon as it comes on, me and Nick are just like, oh yeah, and we just do it nonstop.
Life goes on.
Jack and Diane.
Long after you
little
find
ditty.
one of your mom's songs.
A little ditty. Yeah.
No.
What else? We got a lot of songs. Robot
Wow, I
Rock.
hate that song, dude.
I don't love it. I'm just saying when it comes on, we
Doesn't
get
sound
the
like you
we get the
don't
oh
love it.
yeah going. I don't put it on in my spare time. But we like Robot Rock by Daft Punk.
I haven't ever heard that song. How's it go? Is it like Bee Boopy?
It's like a trance song. They just keep repeating rock.
Dude, trance?
Robot Rock.
Trance is an underrated music genre.
If you're tattooing, it's kind of good to have on too. What's another one?
Around the World by Daft Punk's a good trance song. They just say Around the World.
That's every song is like that.
A few songs like that came on today. What was the one saying?
Oh,
and the beat goes on.
Yeah.
It said that the whole song.
I was like, this is like Daft Punk in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then there's another one. We love Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah. You guys know the song Hallelujah? Yeah, you do. And it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
I say.
Jeff Buckley died in a river, and we like really feel for him. So we always talk about Jeff Buckley. R.I.P. Jeff Buckley. Shout out to Jeff Buckley.
The high Hallelujah to the low one,
dude. And we try to hold the same. When he says the last one, it's like. It's the longest Hallelujah.
Oh, that's on Shrek, right?
Yeah, it's not the Jeff Buckley version.
Yeah,
you can't be fucking with that. All right, there's a lot of
versions.
versions,
With that kid
but Jeff
Shrek
Buckley
shit.
is the best. He's not the originator, but he's the best.
What do you think, Manny? Here, give him the mic.
Here, Manny, tell him what you think. I love Buckley. Damn, cool. That's sick.
That's sick, Manny. I didn't know you were such a fan. We'll get back to you later, bro.
Yeah.
What songs you absolutely hate? Like I hate Jack and Diane. Like,
I hate Bruce Springsteen, and if you're watching this, Bruce Springsteen, I want to fight you one-on-one, man versus man, mano y mano. I want to call him out right now. If we can make this happen, I want to beat that old motherfucker's ass. I hate his ripped jeans. I hate his fucking jean jacket and his tank top and his American bullshit. Fuck you, Bruce Springsteen.
His ripped jeans, whack. His American jacket, whack. His tank top, whack.
Yeah.
Craig, he's dope as fuck.
And if I see him on the Wildwood Boardwalk because I hear that his family lives in Wildwood, I already have a plan. I'm going to walk up to him, I'm going to fucking headbutt him, and when he falls on the ground, I'm going to stand over top of him, and I'm going to go, I'm the boss. Because I hate that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand him, dude.
Really?
I hate...
What was the turning point for you on Springsteen?
I also don't like John Cougar Mellencamp. I hate him. I hate him more than I hate Bruce Springsteen. But we don't have to get into that.
He's an artist?
Yeah, what was the turning point on Bruce that you were like, absolutely fucking
I never liked him. And then one time I saw a video of him and he was up on stage and he was shaking his little dumb ass with the ripped jeans, and I was like, you know what, dude? This guy ain't rock and roll. Bob Seger's rock and roll, all right?
What's John Cougar Mellencamp sing?
I couldn't even tell you. Every time I hear his voice, it makes me sick.
What about you? You got anything off the rip you just
like music hate? I cannot stand. I really have to think because I know there is some. I know there's some.
I thought you were coming on strong. You were like, I cannot stand. And then there's nothing.
Music I absolutely cannot stand. You know what I don't like?
I don't like the mumble rap stuff.
But I feel like I was gonna say that, but I think it's because I'm just not cool enough by today's standards.
But I don't even think. But I feel
is
like,
that cool though?
I feel like
I guess I don't know.
I feel like mumble rap don't even exist anymore.
But I hate I dislike Future, Drake, all that kind of music. I'm just so out of touch with.
I don't even know anything about it.
Like when you I feel like I have beefs like that. Like when you say mumble rap, you don't really know artists specifically, but you just don't like that certain genre of music.
I just think there's like no talent behind it at all. I think that if you are out there making music, like even a shitty band, but they're all playing instruments and they're playing together and they got somewhat of it working, I would much rather listen to that than anything where someone's just like either stealing a beat or just like pressing buttons and making a beat and then someone not making any sense with words and they're just, you can't understand them.
I walk in the club, I'll be in the club.
Understood.
I'll be in the club.
Yeah.
Walk in the club.
I just can't, I don't know. It makes me feel dumb.
Up in the club.
I feel like
I'm pretty dumb already, so I can't get any dumber.
I feel like my answer to the question is just like that. Like you had specific guys like Springsteen and that guy John that you hate. I can't think of specific artists that I hate, but I do have sort of a niche genre like that I don't like. I do enjoy metal. Lately, I've actually got more into metal.
What kind of metal?
Like, I don't even want to say because people would be like, "That's not metal."
It's probably like fucking
Seether.
Slipknot.
Yeah, it's not metal.
I don't know
Is that metal?
No.
I mean,
yeah. See, like you would say that's not metal.
It's not
like,
pop, you know. So you
No,
gotta like that.
Hard rock.
Hard rock. Yeah, maybe hard rock is more my thing.
Yeah.
But like lately, and I only come across this like from other people blaring it out of their speakers, but one type of music I don't like that is in the genre of metal is when a dude will be going so hard on a metal track, and he's screaming like whoa type shit, and then out of nowhere the voice switches completely to like real sad, like moany, like
Pop punk.
I guess sort of like that, but pop punk isn't even that bad. I really don't like when it's like a crossover, when the song is going so fucking hard, and then out of nowhere the guy's like,
I wanna get out of this town. Like
yes, that's it. That's it right there.
You know what? Like, I don't know if it's that type of music, but like pop punk, where it's like Taking Back Sunday and all that. That was really popular when I was in school. You guys are a little bit younger, so you might have missed it. But like, it was like Simple Plan.
Like Make Damn Sure like that was a song by Taking Back Sunday, right?
I don't even know names of the songs because I was never into it. But I remember like all the girls in my school loved all that shit, and I was like, man, this kind of sucks. They're just like would sing and screech out of nowhere and then whine. But then Paramore came out and they did it right. They had a girl singer, so you could actually like it because she's doing what her voice is supposed to do.
Yeah, it wasn't guys like whining.
Like Paramore is sick.
Yeah.
You guys know Paramore? You might not. Oh, do you?
Yeah, we know Paramore.
Yeah, like out of all that music, I feel like they killed it.
They had a few hits when we were like peak, like age of who's supposed to listen to them, like 15, 16.
Yeah.
They had a few hits during that time.
Yeah, I think they came out a little later, and I just
The lead
remember-
singer's a
Did you
girl.
ever
She's
pretend to
got,
like
she's got
that
red
music
hair.
to get like ass?
No, I was always like, this
fuck it.
sucks. I actually, when I was in high school, someone got like a bunch of tickets to see Taking Back Sunday. That's the only reason why I kind of know their name. And I went, and I was like, this is terrible. This is like, I don't ever want to be at this again.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't want to go to one of them.
It was awful.
That's the worst concert you've ever been to?
No, I saw Todd Rundgren. I think that's how you say his last name.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
It was the worst. I spent $60.
That's a good song.
Yeah. I mean, his music is amazing.
Yeah.
But spent $60 to go see him, and this was very recent. It was in the fall, and he was so bad live that we left.
He's
in
like fucking
20 minutes.
old now too.
Yeah, but dude, it was so. I've seen Bob Seger, and he was old. It was his last show ever, and Bob Seger murdered it.
I feel like Todd Rundgren's music versus Bob Seger's music. Like Bob Seger's music, like it's in his favor to still be old playing.
The
his type of
Rolling
music.
Stones are
Yeah,
still
for sure.
touring. Who knows how old those guys are?
I think most of them.
But
are
Todd
dead
Rundgren
already.
was like
I
singing
think they're
like
just up there on
soft
stage
rock,
dead.
like I don't know. It's way different when you're older.
Well,
trying to
it was.
sing Todd Rundgren songs.
I will say this: it was sad. Like you could tell he was just up there because he needed money. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, a lot of guys are like that.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing the fucking Ramones now, and they're all wearing leather jackets and shit, like 85 years old. Like, bro, just give it the fuck up.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Kiss.
Yeah, like
Is Gene Simmons still kicking?
I actually did hear that Kiss live, even still, is pretty awesome.
it's probably just such a spectacle now. They probably
Yeah.
just make
At
it.
the end of the day, they could get as old as they're gonna get. They still got them long ass tongues.
Yeah.
Know what I
one
think
guy
would be
does.
really cool though?
But
You
it's
see how
not.
like bands like the Rolling Stones and like Pink Floyd and like Led Zeppelin, how like they still go out and play to like these stadiums. It'd be cool if like once they got older, they did like more intimate like shows.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Like imagine the Rolling Stones right now playing in front of 60 people in a room. Tickets are $200 maybe, but like imagine actually going there and you
tickets
see them
are
in that
already
space.
$200.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Imagine them right here.
Just play. They would be so good. You know, but if they were trying to be in the
Honestly,
Wells Fargo Center,
it might sound like shit.
nah. If they were, if
It
they're
might
in the,
sound like shit.
nah. If they're in the
It
Wells
might
Fargo
sound
Center,
like
I think they
shit.
need the
no
big
way.
area. I think
No
they
way,
fucking-
because they're trying to project themselves fucking 90 years old to 5,000 people. They were just
wonder.
here mastering their craft, taking their time, fucking around. They'd be amazing.
If they had all the speakers and shit set up, though, our eardrums would be blown the fuck.
Could you
out.
imagine if they were playing? They were just like, this shit sucks.
Yeah,
the
I'd be
Rolling
like,
Stones are right there.
Shut the fuck up. We're trying to
outta
record a
here.
podcast.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to Bruce.
Manny said, "Shut up."
I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah, I don't think you'd rather listen to anything than Bruce.
I don't know,
Your
like
head says ain't catch shit.
Yeah,
You were
can't-
fishing the other
can't
day.
Catch shit. I can't catch.
You didn't catch
anything.
it?
I give up.
Damn.
I say that, but I'll be back out there casting.
You a big fisher?
Baby. I wouldn't say that I'm a big fisher, but I will fish.
you will fish.
I mean, I fish as much
Fair.
as I can,
Yeah.
but I don't catch much.
That's fair.
You know.
I'm starting to see you as not like a woodsman. You're like a watersman. You do a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
always-
water
always a surfer.
activities. Yeah.
I just am in the water as much as I can be.
Ocean rat.
Yeah.
For sure.
What were all the sports we were talking earlier? The sports you've been through: surfing, skateboarding, hockey. Any others?
I mean, what, like, that I was actually... No, I would say that's really it, I guess.
Really it?
I mean, I used to, like, BMX when I was a kid, but then I started skating, so I gave up on that.
Why is there certain looks to people? Like, you look like you played football. Like, even if I never met you, and if I saw him, like, he probably fucking BMX'd. He looks like he would have fucking
BMX.
I did
he
until
looked like he
I actually
fucking
was
surfed.
pretty serious into BMX when I was a kid, but you get really hurt on a bike.
I
Some
feel
people
like
just have a look.
with a lot of tattoos, everybody assumes skateboarding. If you've got tattoos, people think you skateboard.
I skateboarded a lot.
Why though? Why tattoos? I feel like all athletes are tatted up now.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I think it's just I mean,
Possibly.
I definitely have more of a skateboarder look than a football player.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a pretty skinny guy.
You can play basketball, though. You're pretty tall.
Yeah, I can play basketball pretty well.
Yeah.
I used to play growing up. I'm not bad at
How
it.
tall are you?
I'm like 6'2".
That's pretty
They
good.
got some nice courts where you got your roots at in Wildwood.
Yeah, they really.
They
really went
redid
all
that
out.
one on.
You can like make them higher and lower.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Get a,
if
get
you
a
feel
little
like slam
dunk
dunking,
contest
yeah,
going
you
on.
can get in there. 8 footers, maybe
Yeah.
even 7 foot if you can't jump too high. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, girls probably wouldn't even notice that you're lowered it too. So you walk by and you're fucking slamming.
Yeah,
they're
they're
like,
like-
who's that fucking guy?
Yeah, they get all hot and bothered.
Yeah, they're like,
Damn.
who's that white guy dunking with tattoos?
Bang! Next thing you know, you're in the tattoo shop slaying cheeks.
You'd be in the car on the fucking side of the street, fucking.
Yeah, or in the marsh. It's
Shout out
to
to Love Guru. That's a story ahead.
Dan, how about that time? Crazy as fuck. Good story for us to tell Craig. Me and you as young bulls that we saw the two people in the car under the hotel.
Yeah.
So we're real young down Wildwood, like 15. Just got somebody to get us a case of beer. We're like running to one of our friends' hotel
And
rooms.
like when you're like that age and you get beer, like you move like rats in the
dude,
street. You
yeah.
hug
Yeah.
every wall. You know, you
You're
scurry around.
going shadow to shadow.
Yeah, it's so we were moving between cars and shit, and then we got on. You know, like in Wildwood, like a lot of those hotels have like
parking
beams
garages.
where they have
Yeah.
parking underneath the hotel.
course,
So
yeah.
we're like underneath the hotel where there's cars.
We're
And,
running to the back staircase to get
It was
to
right across from Montego Bay, the big yellow one on
Oh, yeah.
25th Street.
My friend's family owns that place.
Really? Yeah. So
Shout out to
Montego-
U-Shacks.
Owns Montego Bay or the
Yeah,
place across the street?
Montego and the Surf Song.
Oh, yeah,
That was
so that's
the
where we
pink
were.
one.
yeah, so yeah,
He
we're
used to own
underneath
that.
there. We're underneath there, and
Yes, we're
this
under your
car-
establishment with beers, underage.
It happened.
I used to be in that place with beers. I'm like 12. Just slamming beers
So-
in that place.
The car was front facing the fence, like parked that way.
Yeah.
We're walking along the fence,
And
in
we're
the
running to
front
the back
seat,
staircase.
This chick is slamming this guy. She's riding the
Damn.
fucking shit
In a
out
car?
of his dick in the front passenger seat. Bro.
Going
you just saw her
absolutely
ass
ham.
cheeks just going up and down, like her ass cheeks were hitting the windshield, bro. Like she was
wild.
fucking his lights out after like a beach day or something, you know, all fucked up.
Was it still light?
Yeah, it was in the
Still
middle of
light
the
out.
Oh,
day.
they couldn't even wait.
It was
till
like
the
6
sun
p.m.
went down.
It was like 6 p.m.
Yeah. They
It
had
was
a
like-
fishbowl car, too.
was like
you could
July
see through
4th
every window.
weekend.
Man, no tint.
No
No
tint.
tint. They were
No
like,
nothing.
watch us.
No
Yeah.
tint, all tit.
Nice.
We were like, yo, did you just see that?
Just getting railed.
Railed.
Absolutely.
The way I think about it now is the way she was fucking him. That guy was probably fucking drunk as shit from the
he
beach.
was asleep.
Sun
He was
killed all
asleep.
day. He was probably
Yeah.
like just getting shit slammed.
He was
Zombie.
passed out, and she's like, "You better give me that dick."
Ah!
Just had like unlimited mimosas somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, she got all fucked up on White Claw.
If
White
I
Claw's a
remember
new
that
wave
night
for
correctly,
girls.
it turned out it was a good night for us. We were, made it, drank.
Anytime you get a
made it
case of
out
beer at
safe.
15 years old in Wildwood, you're having a good night.
So because I was down there all summer, I had this friend. Shout out Tom Citro.
Great name.
But he was like this short little football player guy. He was like stocky, and we would sit out front of Woody's, which isn't there anymore. It's on 18th Street, and we would sit out there and ask people to get us beer. Well, we saw the bar back because it's also a bar there. Going into a shed, they have a shed out back, and he would just have cases. The whole shed was just cases of beer.
Right.
So we were like, he went back there and he didn't walk it because he was going to get more cases. So I was like, Tom, we got to go to the shed and steal a case.
How old were you?
We were probably 15.
Yeah. Okay.
So Tom was,
awesome.
I didn't even finish the sentence, and Tom's like running to the shed. And he was so little, like he was such a little guy, but he was like real stocky. And he's running out with 2 cases, and you could like just see his head over the cases.
Cases
Like,
of what?
let's go. And he's like, I grabbed the case from him. We were both on our bikes, and we hit it like every week. And then I guess they realized that they were getting, because there were no cameras back then.
Yeah.
And then they started locking that shit real tight.
What did he grab cases of?
I don't even.
Because I imagine it was probably like the first thing. It could have been anything.
It was what? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like it was nothing that we even drank before.
Genesee.
Yeah, we were just like, you know.
That's
From
the
Lucky's
one
Bad.
beer. I feel like Genesee is the one beer we never touched. Like we fucked with
I
all
don't
the
even know
shitty
what that
beers.
is.
Natural Light, Natty
No, I don't
Ice.
want-
Genesee is like a great.
I've been wanting a Loco.
Those.
A Four Loko?
Yeah, I've been wanting a Loco lately.
Yeah, I haven't had one of them in years. I would drink one of them.
Yeah. It's probably so bad for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Kills your body, but fuck it.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Craig, we got to talk about it, bro. A place where I have frequented. You've heard plenty of stories about my escapades in Las Vegas on the podcast. Earlier, me and Craig got into a little chat that just needs to be continued because it's one of the most no-limit stories you'll ever hear on the podcast. And I'll let him tell it from the
All
very
right.
beginning.
Let's
Talk about the Mexican tattoo artist that you're working with
so
first. Show him his respects
It's a
for being
long.
a legend.
It's a long story because it was the whole weekend was crazy. But basically, I used to travel around. I was like 21, 22 years old. I used to travel around with this older Mexican guy. He was like in his 50s at the time, but he was a really well-established tattoo artist. He had like a big name in tattooing, so I would do conventions with him. We went to Vegas, and I would kind of help him because he was when he was like 19 years old, he was in a car accident. He was supposed to be like a pro pitcher, baseball.
Really?
And he got in a bad accident, and he lost like kind of all the use on his left side. Like his hand's stuck like this, and he has to like drag his leg. And yeah, but he tattoos really well. He actually tattooed me on TV, live on the news. He did this on me in Atlanta.
Live on the
At
news?
like 5 a.m. Yeah, it was crazy. That's another
the
story.
news just
but-
pulled up to his house like, hey.
No, he was promoting his convention, and he had to tattoo somebody, and I was like, you can just tattoo me. And so we went at like 4 a.m, hammered from the night before.
That's
It was
awesome.
wild. But anyway, so we're in Vegas, and we were doing the convention. It was like one of my first conventions. I didn't have like any following or anything, so I was just like doing walk-ups. And this group of guys come up to the booth, and they loved Tony. They were gang members of, what is it, MS-13?
MS-13.
So it was
I feel like you could say that because you're not going to mention nobody specifically by name, and like at this point, who knows?
We'll just leave it
what's
at
even
it was a
going with
Mexican
those
gang.
guys.
It
Yeah.
was a Mexican gang in Vegas, and they come up and they really liked Tony's work. So one of them got tattooed by Tony, and I was just like sitting there, and one of them asked me if I would do a rose on his face, right on his cheek. And I was pretty new into tattooing, so I was like, I don't know. And he was like, honestly, the tattoo that you do would be way better than like where I would get it from one of his buddies, like doing it or whatever. So I'm pretty sure I did it. I don't remember.
Yeah, well, when we talked about it earlier, you said he was really hyped on it. That's why you remember.
Yeah,
it.
I guess I did.
Well, and
I guess
then
I
also
just-
Crazy. You don't remember-
where the
you remember
story.
everything but doing the tattoo.
Well, no,
Yeah.
where the story goes from here would lead me to believe
So,
you did because
yeah,
they were fucking with you. They liked you.
Yeah. So then they told Tony and I to come. They were having a barbecue that night at their house. So Tony was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, let's go," you know? So we took me and Tony rented a limo.
It's like a gang barbecue.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're all like Mexican, like cholo dudes. And me and
In
Tony,
Vegas, limo in Vegas to a gang member barbecue.
We were driving
No
up
limit.
and down the strip with a cooler of beer. Literally, oh sorry, I just spit all over you.
Yeah, you're good.
Literally, my head's like hanging out of it was like a movie. I'm like drinking beer out of the top. I'm like, screaming at people.
Just tattooed the best rose of your life.
Yeah, right.
Natasha Bedingfield's playing. Montage of just fucking.
So we go to this house. It was like way off the strip. It's like in Vegas, you know.
Yeah.
And we get to the house, and it's like a straight up, like gang house, where there's not much furniture. There's a lot of people there. I'm the only white guy there. And when I was 20, 21 years old, I had like long blonde hair. I was tan because I surfed all the time and shit. So I looked very out of place, And but when we went in, they were so nice, and when we pulled up with the limo, they were like so pumped on it, and so, some of them had their kids there, so they were like, we're gonna take our kids in the limo, and they like took the limo and drove their kids around, and then I went in and they like made me this fucking great plate of food, and they just like
dope.
Were so nice. They're all like have guns on their hips.
Everybody has a gun.
Everybody has a gun. I guess like in their eyes, it's like, let's just show this kind of funny ass time.
Yeah.
Take them in.
They were gang members, but what I would say about an environment like that where everybody has a gun, nobody wants conflict because everybody's got a gun.
That's true too. Plus, it was like their gang. It wasn't their party with another gang.
It was just like their crew, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was fine, but but by the end of the night, like I had so much fun, and they were cool as hell. And I remember when I left, I was like,
someone just pulls out, fuck him, there's 13 shots.
I just was like, that would have never happened if I wasn't with Tony,
Yeah.
So that was pretty wild. And then, and then we left. And so then the night got even crazier, which I didn't tell you before, but.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go back into it, because you said you had a little further to go.
Uh-oh.
It's just like really funny.
The penetration continues.
Yeah, so it was the same night. So
it's a fucking jam-packed day.
Tony is a bit of an alcoholic.
Vegas, you'll have a long day in Vegas,
you don't
bro.
go to sleep, like, because everything's just open all night. So Tony,
lights everywhere.
He's a raging alcoholic. Like, I've seen him, no joke. This is not a joke at all. I've seen him finish a whole 24 of Corona in one night. And a whole bottle of Jaeger, and then start another case of Corona. And then he eventually just like passes out.
That's so much fucking
Dude,
alcohol.
he's a big guy. But
so him and Andre the Giant could have a little.
Oh, dude, he can
drink.
He can drink with the best of them. That's for sure.
Well, Andre the Giant's long dead, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But
I don't think Tony's drinking anymore.
Tony's got him beat by one.
Yeah, right.
We gotta just drink one.
All right, so we go out to like the bars or whatever, and we went to the casino, and he owned a bunch of tattoo shops, successful tattoo shops. So he had like a business credit card, and he has a gambling problem. Not only has a drinking problem, he has a gambling problem. So he's
a stud. This is
he's a stud. He's a stud for sure.
All great men have those problems.
As a fucking man should be. A gambling problem, fucking drinking.
Yeah.
Did he smoke?
I don't think. He might have. I don't remember.
Anything. Cigarettes, weed, anything.
You gotta be a pussy man if you don't have a drinking or a gambling problem. You're a fucking weakling.
So he drinks. We're at the casino. He literally, I watched him lose $15,000, and I was begging him, dude.
And he didn't bat an eye, probably.
I was like, Tony, come on. I was like trying to drag him out. But he's like he was a bigger guy back then, and he had like long ass hair. And I'm like trying to get him, and he's like no. So eventually I get him out of the casino. It's like 4 a.m, right? And we get in a cab, and it's this old woman is driving. She's probably like 65 years old, not super old, but old enough. And he's in the front seat. I'm in the back, and he's like so drunk he's not making any sense. But he's trying to pick up the taxi driver, and she's just like an old woman, And he's like, oh, what are you doing? You coming back to the hotel with us? And she's like, oh, I don't think so. And I'm like, please, just like, don't get us kicked out of the cab, because I wanted to go back and go to sleep so bad.
Yeah.
So he's like, take us to In-N-Out Burger. So she drives us to In-N-Out. While we're ordering, he like orders, and he passes out, right? So we get the food, and we're driving, and he's passed out, and she goes around a turn, and he has like the gimpy hand, and he starts like falling, like, because she's turning, he thinks he's falling, so he goes to like grab himself, but he hits her in the face with his hand, and he just like leaves it there, and she's like driving it on the highway, and she's like, and I'm like, Tony, you gotta fucking wake up. And he wakes up, and he's like trying to fight her because he has no idea where he's at, and he's all drunk. And I was like, dude, so she could not get us out quick enough. We get back to the hotel. He has a chicken sandwich in his hand, right? And we're in the elevator, and he's like slumped over in the elevator, eating the chicken sandwich. And we get to our floor, and he goes to get out of the elevator, and because his leg like didn't work too well from the accident when he was younger, he like caught the track of the elevator, and he fell. And I watched him fall, right? And because he was like so big and he had the long hair, when he hit the ground, it was like he exploded, you know? and the chicken sandwich goes flying. Dude, I'll never forget this. His legs are still in the elevator, and his body's outside of it. The doors are like shutting and opening on his legs, and one of the buns landed on his belly, and the chicken patty landed in front of him, and the other bun like went away, and he assembles it. He grabs the bun while he's laying there, and the chicken patty, and he puts it together, and he's just laying there getting hit by the elevator, and he's just eating the sandwich, and I was cracking up. I'm just like dying laughing at him. And he's like, just leave me here. And I'm like, I can't fucking
just leave me here.
So I try to pick him up and shit, and I finally get him to the room, and he passed out.
Bro, that's like our boy Phil had some type of experience like that down in AC where you told me I shouldn't be going anymore. It's a little dangerous down there.
Yeah, it is.
But a couple years ago, one of our boys had a party, and we went out to the club, and our boy Phil, same thing. He suffered the pass out in the elevator fate. We got a picture of him just sleeping.
Dude, I wish that I had a camera phone back then. It was a long time ago.
That's so fun.
AC is bad vibes for sure.
Yeah, it's got bad vibes.
Yeah, a lot of crime happening over there.
It's
just horrible.
It's a dirty place.
Yeah, it's just a bad
All
spot.
hotels are a scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a straight scam.
Fuck Atlantic City.
Oh,
Instant beef?
Instant beef.
Yeah.
Out to the board.
I always thought it would have been popping, though. I asked Craig earlier that it would have been popping around the early 2000s, like when it first came about. It was like a real
I think it was like the 80s and 90s. It was
80s and 90s,
really
it was pretty
taking
good.
off. Yeah.
Well, why hasn't it completely died out today, though? Because I feel like the size of the hotels down there, there's no way they're getting anywhere close to full every weekend.
Yeah, they are. The whole tri-state goes there.
New
York, Jersey, Philly.
Bro, there's hundreds of rooms spread across like 10 plus hotels.
A lot
I
of
don't think
people,
a thousand
a lot of people go there.
People are going.
There's a lot of concerts and fucking comedians and shows.
Yeah, the weekends get busy, and the summer is crazy down there.
Yeah,
but
you're only there for the surf.
Hey, people go to
I
clubs.
only go to surf the North End. Well, sometimes South Carolina.
You said it's pretty good there too.
I'm
right?
excited to get to the ocean.
You ready?
This summer, yeah, I'm ready.
Have you hit the ocean yet? Like recently?
Yeah, I surfed last week. Or was it this week? What's today? Tuesday? Last Tuesday.
How's it looking out there?
Okay, May. How's it looking? Water's still pretty cold, but it's all right.
Yeah, water's gonna be freezing.
The water will be cold till August.
No.
Usually it's crazy. It gets like slightly warm at the end of June, and it'll get like really warm, and then we get like a upwelling of cold water in like the second week of July. I don't know why, but for some reason, like every year, and it'll be cold for like a week or two, and then it gets really warm in August and September and October.
You got anything from Rochester? You just at the
I got goddamn Corona, dude.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah.
Corona or the convention?
Corona,
it was easy. It was my second time, you know?
Yeah, so it was a breeze.
It was real easy.
Did you lose taste and smell or anything?
No, which I'm pissed, dude. I want to lose my sense of taste.
Why?
Because I want to taste food as texture. I want to see how it feels without the taste.
I lost my taste for 20 days. It was the worst thing that ever happened.
I wish I lost it for a whole year.
No.
And it won't happen.
That texture.
I want to feel
I'm telling
textures.
you, do not wish this on yourself.
I'm wishing it. God, if you hear me now.
You think it's like a thing, like, you know, if they say, like, if you go blind, all your other senses go up, like your smell, your hearing. You think if you lost taste,
I was still
the texture
retarded.
of food would just become so much more, like, important.
No.
You would
I think
feel it more.
I think that you would appreciate it more, the texture.
Well, you would have to.
Well, you lost it, so tell us how the texture.
I'm telling you, like, it's not satisfying at all. It's not enough.
Well, also, here's the thing about me. I don't like eating. Like, I think it's such a chore. I think chewing is a waste of my damn time.
Really?
Oh my God, I can't stand it.
Hot take.
Wow.
If someone came to me and they said, if you take this pill every day,
You don't gotta eat.
you don't have to eat, I'd be like, give me that pill.
No.
Even if it was just one pill and that was my one pill for the rest of my life.
If I could eat right now, I would. If I could eat right now, I would.
Yeah, me too, because I have to, but I'm just saying.
I want to.
I think it's a waste of time to like make food, then sit there and then eat it.
Nah, I feel you on that.
Chew it. I hate chewing.
I see the standpoint you're coming from. Like, you're a busy guy. Like, you do a lot of real activities. You'd rather be spending your time doing that than
100%. Yeah, it's such a waste of my time.
I feel you on that. I can see.
You gotta be
where
killing
that
life to get to the
from.
point where like, I just wish I wasn't fucking even eating.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, good for you, dude.
No, and that's what we talked about earlier about
awesome.
doing what you like to do. You take that shit to the extreme. I feel like knowing you more and more, you only do things you really enjoy.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have much in your life that
human
you
being.
don't.
I'm
Which you
selfish.
should be.
Fuck it, you get
Should
one
be.
life.
You
Why not
should
do what
always.
you
You
do?
should like put yourself first to the max. We were talking about
Don't
last
breathe
week
off
how like
yourself.
I would never.
Yeah.
I could never be a cop or like security guard or any type of thing like that because at the first sight of anything that could kill me, I'd turn in the badge and run away. I'd be like, I don't care. I'm saving myself.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
care about none of this.
And if I saw somebody doing something that was like kind of funny, like if someone's like peeing in public or something, I'll be like, yeah, you know. And you get these dickhead cops that, and I'm not saying all cops are bad. I don't mind cops.
Wildwood
I'm just
cops
saying.
are bad.
Well, the number 2s are. I used to tattoo all the Wildwood cops. Shout out Wildwood cops. They're all cool. But it's the number 2s that come in. That's who you dealt with.
Maybe.
They suck. I know. I
Maybe,
know.
yeah.
What's a number 2 mean?
They only come in for the summer and they're trying to
Oh.
prove themselves. So they are terrible human beings. But like the regular
They're always
Wildwood
kids.
cops.
They're always like 20
they're
years old.
18-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they piss me off. I hate them too. Me and my friends used to screen print when we were like 22 or 21, and we used to make shirts that said we would have like a butt with poop coming out in the toilet, and it said like number 2 cops, and we would
Well,
always,
I'm glad
we would
you
always wear them to the bar.
Definitely clear that up for our audience. A lot of our audience definitely think that Wildwood cops suck.
Yeah, I mean they are still cops, but they're just the ones that come down for the summer, and they.
But you're talking about like the actual cops of Wildwood are cool.
The dude
They're
who's
awesome.
working at Beaton Wildwood in December is a cool guy.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, I mean 100%. They're awesome. I used to tattoo all of them.
So you're not ACAB.
No, I'm not. And I think that ACAB thing is crazy. Because here's the way I look at it. It's like,
I think it's insanity.
if you get a bad tattoo from a tattoo artist, and then you walk around and you say all tattoo artists suck, that's what people
Yeah.
do. And don't get me wrong, there's bad cops.
Horrible cops.
But there's cops that are just fucking trying to do their job too.
There are
Just
cops.
like everybody. Nobody wants
Yeah.
to have a job, first of all.
Yeah.
And at least these people are out there trying to, maybe they're not trying to make a difference, but they're trying to, I don't know.
They're
I don't
doing a
know what
job. They're
trying
doing
to
a
do.
job that we don't want.
Yeah, I don't want
You know
to
what I
fucking
mean?
be a cop ever.
Yeah.
So-
They're literally doing a job that we don't want.
Yeah.
Dude, as you said though, you're living up to what you said on the last podcast that, you know, as you've gotten older, you've kind of chilled out more at
Yeah,
these,
sometimes
at
it
these
pisses me off.
events that you go to.
It pisses you
Because
off.
Rochester, all you got back was COVID.
I got COVID.
It pisses you off. You
Nothing
said
too crazy went
Yeah.
on.
that you don't pop off.
I'm like, by 10 o'clock at night, I'm like tired. Yeah, like when we were in Rochester, you know, people were like doing cocaine. And they offered it to me, and I was like, I think I'm good.
There's a piece for that though.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a-
it's
there's a
great.
piece in
Dude,
that,
it's
you know?
it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I never thought that, you know, that would be. But
Oh,
now
that's,
I'm like,
oh, no,
whatever.
I was obviously
There's a
not.
little cocaine in
I don't know what that is.
Obviously not doing. No, obviously not doing coke's amazing. I'm saying like there's a piece in like I'm tired at 10 o'clock. I'm just gonna sit.
Oh
down.
no, yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's it's
Yeah.
amazing. But what happened in Rochester? Not much actually.
Nothing too
Hold on.
much.
Fucking
You know what?
COVID.
You know what?
Any cool tattoos? Just some basic
No, I
tattoo
did
artist
terrible
shit?
tattoos. Like just small stuff that people wanted, but which is fine. You know, people want small tattoos. But there's a lot of deaf people up in Rochester.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, I asked.
deaf community?
I asked because I was getting sick and tired of seeing all these deaf people.
Right.
They're just walking around and they're just doing this. And I was like, what's going on up here? And I had asked someone, and they were like, oh, there's a university up here. And that's where they all go. And I was like, that must be the quietest college campus in America.
They do sign language for everything these days.
You know
At
what's-
speeches and stuff.
Yeah,
There's now
which-
a person who stands on the
There's a lot
side.
of deaf people.
Which, yeah, I think it's important
There is
to
a
have
lot
that.
of deaf people, I guess.
Also, I was watching there was a gay couple. Shout out gay people. And
Manny. No,
Manny.
Manny's not gay.
no, Manny's just proud.
Yeah.
He's comfortable in his own bones.
I think Manny.
He's cool.
He's an exoskeleton too, if you didn't know.
He's a what?
Exoskeleton. His skeleton's on the outside.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a protective shell. He's like a spider.
Yeah, I like that.
But so there was like a gay couple out to eat, but they were both deaf, and they just sat there. Like they were signing in the beginning,
And they were just doing this the whole time?
They were just so tired.
It probably, it probably does get so exhausting.
Oh yeah, just doing this, and it's got to be too much. So I was like, man, honestly, I always think about it because we always have, yeah. The one was like looking at the other one. He's like, but
The way it just comes up. Sorry.
tucking it.
I don't know.
But like if you're deaf, you live such a private life.
Yeah.
Because you can't communicate so easy. Whereas if you're blind, you're always around someone because you need people's help. So
I'd rather be deaf than blind, right?
Yeah, of course, because seeing is everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But think about this: deaf people, they're not listening to this. So you know what? Fuck deaf people.
Big facts.
Yo, you can really just say anything about them.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. As
They'll
long as they
never
don't
know.
have subtitles
They'll
on
never know.
YouTube.
They'll never know. We don't put subtitles on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, fuck deaf people.
Wow.
Because they're not listening.
Nah, YouTube makes auto-generated subtitles.
Okay, then
so
never
they
mind.
could
I love
watch.
deaf
They could
people.
watch on
I love
YouTube.
deaf people.
Viewership's been down a little bit. Let's bring the deaf community on.
Yeah, you know what? I like you guys now. No, I don't have a problem with them. There were also a lot of people in wheelchairs there too. Which,
Nah, you told me a story.
Fuck
though.
that.
We don't have to get into it because it goes back into like your way young years. But you did tell me a story where you were a stand-up guy for a mentally challenged person. So we know you're good on that.
I did protect someone with DS once, Down syndrome.
Yeah.
I got fired from ShopRite for protecting them.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck ShopRite.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
ShopRite for sure.
Don't shop.
Fuck
It's-
all-
Honestly, they should be called Shop Wrong.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
1,000%.
You're
1,000%. I've heard a few clever men make that joke before, and I agree that they should be called chaperone.
It should be called Shop Wrong. Jerk offs.
Yeah, they suck, man. Hate them.
What are you about to say, Ed?
I don't even know. I was just gonna ask Craig for like maybe one more nice convention story to ride us out on.
Yeah, so when we were in Vegas, I think it was that time, or it might have been another time. I was also with Tony, and we were staying with it.
I'm fucking with this guy Tony. Is he
Tony's
still
got a lot of
around?
airtime.
Tony,
I
dude,
like it.
Tony's honestly, I love that guy, and we had some crazy.
Where's he?
times.
Where's he located? Because we could
Yo, I
get
don't
him
know
on
any
this
bad
podcast.
Tonys.
That
now
would
that I
be
think about it. I
fire.
think Tony's
No,
like that's
Tony's a great name.
yeah, I know
Always-
a lot of good Tonys.
Yeah. I think he was in Atlanta, but I heard that he moved back to Arizona. I don't know. I wish I should text him because I do miss him.
Tony, you see this? You are welcome.
Tony Levis. Shout out Tony Levis. I might have already shouted him out.
Friend of the podcast.
You didn't say his last name, so shout out
Tony
Levis.
Levis, yeah. So we were staying in like a suite in Vegas, and
Yeah, they probably once he lost the 15K, they probably gave him whatever he wanted.
no, we were staying with this company that like makes aftercare for your tattoo, and they just like go crazy with, getting nice rooms, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I mean the room was nice, but it was me, Tony, and then a couple other artists, and then the people who did the aftercare. There was a crew of us, but the one tattoo artist, I'm not going to name him, but he had his girlfriend with him, and we had the people who have the aftercare thing had like two models, because at the convention they had these models walking around giving people aftercare, and so the models were like partying in the room with us, and we had a hot tub in the room, and this guy who had the girlfriend, they got into a fight, so they got into like such
Went
a bad
on break
fight.
immediately.
He kicked her out of the room and like locked the door, and she was just in the hallway, and she was in like no clothes because they were like fighting. We were on the hot tub, and like she just took off all of her clothes, and the models did too. It was crazy. So she's out in the hallway like banging on the door, and her boyfriend just goes and just like starts fucking one of the models with the girlfriend banging on the door.
Now I was thinking the models
he
might
kicked
look
her
out
out.
and give the girlfriend back her clothes, like on some
No,
woman to
no,
woman.
these
Like,
girls were
hey,
just-
here's your clothes. They
this-
were like, nah, we're gonna fuck your boyfriend's dick while
Yeah.
you're outside this room naked.
It was crazy, and I remember I was just like, what
Queen
is
behavior.
going on? It was crazy. So then eventually, like, someone let her back in, and she was like, what the hell? Like, what was going on in here? And everyone was like, oh, I don't know. And then they were just like back to normal and fine the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild night.
Wow.
And everybody was like in their 40s, and then it was just me. I'm like 21, and like my eyes are just like huge watching everything that's going on.
The young gun.
Yeah, it was weird, but that was pretty wild. And then we like went to the Hoover Dam. That was fucked up too. They all were drinking. The guy driving was drinking like beer after beer, just slamming it. It's like an hour, I don't know, it's like an hour or two ride to the dam. And I just remember I was like, I'm gonna fucking die in the back of this car. It was like an SUV. We get to the dam, and they have all been there, but I was never there, and I wanted to get like a picture. So he's like, all right, get out and go take a picture. Well, as I get out of the car, a cop pulls them over. And they all were hammered, smoking weed and drunk. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I just like hung out by the dam because I was like, I'm not getting arrested with these idiots. And the cops let them go. So they were like, get the fuck back in there, all yelling at me. And like, you almost got us arrested. And
why? Because they let you out?
got yelled at, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Well, how lucky is that?
How many conventions have you done out in Vegas? Just that one?
No, I did the Vegas one a lot.
And is it usually in like a hotel like meeting?
Yeah, I think it was like the
thing?
MGM or something like that.
Yeah,
it was big. They used to call it like the biggest tattoo convention in the world. It sucked though. Nobody would go to it because imagine you go to Vegas, you're gonna go to a tattoo convention.
Yeah.
You want to gamble.
At that point, it's like one of those things where there's a lot of that in Vegas where anywhere else in the world, it would be a pretty poppin' event.
Oh, yeah,
but in Vegas, it's just like a side deal.
Yeah, and like that was definitely before it was like popular on TV, like before Ink Master and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I think a lot of plans just get derailed in Vegas.
You think Ink Master? I know we talked about it last time. How like in the tattoo community, it's really Stink Master.
Yeah.
But you think it did a lot to make tattooing mainstream?
Definitely,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like brought it into the public eye a lot
so
more.
Now people in like corporate positions have tattoos and stuff.
And like, regular people know who Dave Navarro is now.
Yeah.
Where nobody knew who he was.
But he wasn't a tattoo artist. He was just an
artist. That's what I'm saying. He was just in some shitty band. Yeah. And yes, they were shitty.
Dude, still plan on getting that done. Stink Master.
Stink Master.
Stink Master.
For sure.
It'll be a classic. It'll be an absolute classic. Again, like when I was here earlier getting this, I was just thinking again. Slap a microphone right in the middle of this room. Record the conversation. And it's just a hit. It's an automatic hit. The conversation is just absolutely hilarious. What's some shit we were talking about earlier? Like, I'm trying to remember. We were definitely talking about some funny shit earlier.
Ick said something that was really funny. I forget what the hell it was about. Oh, we were saying about girls' butts.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wanted like a toned butt, like a girl works out and does squats. And he's like, I want a big fat like sloppy butt.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I want my girl's butt to feel like a calf muscle.
Yeah, but he said it with like a fucking Randy Savage tone, like, ooh, your butt feels like a calf muscle.
Yeah. I don't even know how I remember that.
A toned butt? I'd rather have a sloppier butt than a toned butt.
No, I'm all about toned butt. Like a girl that works out, you know? I don't know.
I'm cool with either, honestly. I'm cool with either. Like I really wouldn't make I wouldn't make a
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
gonna
like say no. I'm just saying if I could
But I'll tell you what, I sure love to be buried between two fat ass tits.
Damn.
You're a tit guy or an ass guy? You an ass guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I could care less about boobs.
Really? You care less?
Yeah, I don't really care about boobs. I don't like fake boobs.
Well, no. I don't know why any girl gets
I feel like I just heard a rapper say that, and it probably was a rapper who you would categorize as a mumble rapper, but I can't remember exactly who. But they said they literally don't care about boobs at all. You could have none. They're just an ass guy.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, it's, you know.
So you relate to these mumble rappers, honestly.
I definitely, I probably should start hanging out with them. I think I would fit in pretty well with them, you know?
I feel like you could definitely get some business off tattooing.
Nah, I think mumble rappers probably like big sloppy butts.
Yeah,
that's probably one disagreement you'll have off the bat.
Yeah, that's probably how they started, just eating a sloppy butt, and they were like, that kind of sounds good.
Yeah, they're all hanging out together. And
I'm
like,
going to record that.
And he's like, I want a calf muscle butt.
Yeah, let me get that firm thing. Yeah.
The Ronda Rousey piece.
Manny, you got anything to say to route us out, brother?
Take it away, Manny. Tell him how you feel. I feel stiff. Damn, dude.
That was weird, man.
You gotta loosen up.
Yeah, dude. We hate being tight. We talked about this.
Yeah,
Does the
dude.
mic go in his hand? Just to hand him the mic.
Not.
I don't think it's
Listen
going to go in
up,
his
buddy.
hand.
It won't go in his hand?
I don't know.
No, he's got a stiff thumb.
Yeah.
It won't go in his hand.
His arm falls off, so be careful.
Oh, shit.
Manny, just stop.
You're junk.
Just stop.
Manny, give me my mic back, dude.
Yeah, making us sick.
COVID.
All right, guys. That's been it. No Limit Podcast, episode 75. We told you we were going to kill it. We fucking did. Craig, you killed it again, bro.
Hey.
You're getting better and better
It's
with
great
each
having you on.
appearance. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again. Thank you. No Limit Nation, 75 episodes, 75 million more to go.
75.
And it's
Damn.
always going to be season 3. No Limit. Peace.
Love you.